during this pandemic. Like, I'm spending a lot of time at home, a lot of time to myself, like, through the first winter of this. Because I don't know how it's going to go. Mm-hmm. And if you've been watching the TV, you know that a certain somebody just caught it. So, a certain somebody just caught it. So where will I be? In the house. Okay? Hello and welcome to Purposeful Energy. I'm C.
And I'm Tess.
Welcome back.
Yes, this is our second episode.
It has been a while, but as part of what we talked about in our first episode and series is that we wanted to make sure that we got this platform together and that we did it right and that it wasn't going to be, a hot mess.
Right.
And in order to do that, we had to take some time out to get ourselves together. And so we're going to talk about what we've been up to. Because that's what our platform is about, to communicate, like, what's been going on with us, what have we been going through, like, that we can share that we might feel like you could relate to. Mm-hmm. We're going to discuss some things, how our lifestyles have been since continuing in the pandemic, and the world we currently live in today, and the season of changes, because literally it has changed seasons since the last time we shared a video with you guys. Mm-hmm. So we are going to talk about all of these things. So with that being said, welcome. And that's our topic of the day. Remember, we said we're going to have a topic of the day. That's our topic of the day. We're going to just be talking about what's been going on.
If you see us looking down a lot, we're looking down on our notes, so we're, like, staying on track. So, disclaimer. Okay, so I guess I'll talk about what I've been up to. I was taking summer classes anyway, so I kind of never got a break from summer to fall. I think I had like a 2-week break between the summer semester and the fall semester. So there's nothing much that changed with that. This is my last year here at Ohio State, so this is my last fall semester here. I'm so excited. I'm ready to graduate because I'm over it here. I mean, I'm proud to be a Buckeye, but I'm ready to go. So this semester, I'm taking only like 4 classes. I have a couple hard classes and then some easy classes. They're not supposed to be easy, but the professors are kind of chill, so I thank God for that. Pandemic related. We don't want to say her name here. We don't. No. But I don't know. I feel like it started to, life is starting to go back to normal. And I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but like at my job, they're not as like gung-ho as they were when it first started. Like at first you had to like, get your temperature checked before you walked in the building or yada yada, and now they're like, well, you check your own temperature before you walk in this building, and nobody actually checks if you check your own temperature. So I don't know what's the deal with that. And then there are like so many different how do you say this, they're like so many different rules the CDC is coming up with. Like they're now saying that like people can be can test COVID positive and not actually be contagious anymore. So even if they test positive, we still have to treat them now at my facility. And at first it wasn't like that. It was like if they tested positive for COVID, they could not come to the outside world. They kind of had to stay within the COVID unit. So that's changed a lot too. And I'm like, okay, this is different. But other than that, What have I been doing? Oh, I changed. I used to be a day shift PCA. I'm now a night shift PCA.
Lifestyle change.
So yeah, I go to work 3 days a week now, and I work 12-hour shifts. So I go from like 7 p to 7 a, and that's definitely been a big change. Like I'm used to getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and now I'm up at 5 drawing blood, and I'm coming home at 8 o'clock to try to go to sleep. And my sleep schedule is all messed up. Like I'm getting up in the middle of the day now. Like it's very weird, but I'm adjusting. I kind of had to switch over to night shift because of school. Originally, when I had signed up for for my fall semester, I had classes at 8 a.m. in the morning, so that was kind of clashing with my work schedule. So night shift was kind of the best way to go. And then COVID happened, and my classes ended up being online. So I don't know. I just decided to stay with night shift and kind of see how it would work. And it's been kind of a blessing in disguise. Like it's definitely helped me with my time management. I get to do some of my homework while I'm at work, while we have downtime. So that helps. I study while I'm at work. So that's definitely helped my grades. Like, your girl has an A in OChem. That's surprising because I dropped OChem my junior year. I had to drop it because your girl was not doing well. So this semester, I'm like, I don't know if it's because I'm online. It's probably not because I'm online because it's harder. But I have more time to study while I'm at work, and it doesn't feel like I'm a full-time student and a full-time employee. I feel like I feel like a work study kind of. I have time to like sit down and study and do my work. So that's kind of been it with like school, COVID, and work. With the season changing, that's been a little bit of a struggle. I feel like the first week of fall, I felt down. Like the season changed. I feel like I don't know if it was the first day of fall here, but like it got dark at like 4 o'clock and it started raining. I'm like,
oh no! There was one day it was dark all
yeah,
day.
And I was like, I don't like this. Like it kind of just had my mood down. I just came back from work, so I went to sleep. I got up like 1. So imagine getting up at 1 and then like you have 2-3 hours and it's dark outside, and I'm like, So like I tried to run errands, but like it wasn't really, like it was raining. I'm like, I don't like this. So I don't know I don't know what hit me, but like I started to like just feel really down. Like I was like, I couldn't seem to make myself happy. I was only happy when I was busy, and I don't know if that was really happiness or if that was just like me being busy and not thinking about, everything going on.
Right.
So yeah, so I'm kind of dealing with that, like just dealing with a mood change. I guess you would call it seasonal depression. I hate that I make my face like that when I'm talking about serious matters, but like, I think it's just like,
it's a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
Because, okay, and we're going to talk about this in our next segment, but like, in the seasons of change, like, I think that there's a growing community of Black women who are admitting that mental health is a very, complex and deep part of our soul that, we've been told not to share. And so, like, managing that and sometimes even suppressing it and the endangerment that you do to yourself, like in your brain and your body, and reacting in that way. But we're going to share about that. So, no, I can definitely relate to Teresa. So.
Yeah. So that's been a thing. I want to say the last week of September, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to let my feelings like hinder my movement and the way that I'm living, because I feel like this, I want to say this year has definitely been a struggle, but I have also grown within this struggle. I feel like it took the world stopping and everything kind of standing still for me to like look at myself and self-reflect. So I've definitely grown a lot and matured a lot within this year alone. And I feel like I kind of was proud of that growth, and like moving forward, I was like, I like the person that I'm seeing, so I don't want my mood to ruin the momentum. So I started back going to the gym, started eating healthy again, trying to just make myself feel better, because they always say that what you put in is what you get out. And no, I'm not saying that eating healthy will stop your anxiety or your depression, but eating healthy does help with that a little bit. So I kind of made it a point to eat healthy and find new ways to like cope. By going to the gym has been one of like it's been my rock for real right now. Like, if I feel sad, I'm going to the gym. Like, I'm going to work this out, and I'll be on the Stairmaster for 30 minutes if I have to be. But if it'll help me clear my thoughts and like just fully engage myself in the outside world without feeling so down on myself, then I feel like it's beneficial. So, and I need to lose a couple pounds, because Corona 20 or Corona 15, whatever, how much weight I didn't gain. I don't even want to step on the scale, but I didn't gain some weight. So we're going to lose that too. But cool. That's me. Back to C.
All right, back to C. Well, the last time I checked in with Purposeful Energy in our last video, I told you all that I was a preschool teacher. And since then, I am now a private nanny.
She's making the big bucks.
I am now a private nanny. When we talk about like life changes in the pandemic for me, like, and again, like talking about mental health, like I really do have anxiety, like sometimes when I leave the house. And I have anxiety about what is out there, because, you know, in my mind, it's like, if it's not Corona, now it's going to be something else. Like, so what if I don't get Corona, but like, what else is out there that I could potentially get? Like, if I am not at home or at work or with Teresa, like, you won't catch me outside. Like, just the other day, I did Kroger pickup. Didn't even go in the grocery store. I want to take care of myself for my own personal health, but also for the people that I'm around. Like, that was part of the reason why I decided to change jobs. Mm-hmm. You know, like, I was not going to be able to keep track of, you know, if I were to get sick, like, where the root of it was. Like, where I worked, you know, I love my kids. Like, I loved being a teacher. Like, they're bright kids. They were fun. I love my job. And it just gives me a little bit more of a sense of security in how I'm keeping track of my health and my wellness. Yeah, and in that regard, I've started a new feat, which is, you know, not going to pick up food from everywhere, but like everything that I cook from home. Also, I successfully kept track of my entire September budget. I saw where every single penny went when we're talking about forming good habits. And I'm on like day like 133 of tracking like everything I eat, like everything, to like collect data about how I'm taking care of my body, what I'm putting into it, like what I'm getting out of it. Yeah, going on a lot of walks. I had some PTO recently. You know, I spent it, you know, gathering myself and gathering my thoughts and, you know, thinking about life, like Teresa said, where you just go through life and you don't think about things because you're busy, and then you have some time to sit down and think about them, and you're like, okay, so we're going to do something about this, because you clearly have not been putting the time in. And so part of Purposeful Energy was also holding ourselves accountable, and that means to also be kind to yourself, mm-hmm. and to take care of yourself. So, you know, got to work through a lot of things, and, you know, now I'm in a really good place where, you know, I feel good about where I'm going and what I'm doing in terms of taking care of myself and doing better for myself in my life and progress. So, you know, I'm like so happy with that. And moving into fall, I just feel really good because feel like the communication in the relationships that I have is so transparent and everybody's always on the same page. So that makes me feel really good going into fall about communicating with everybody and managing in a pandemic environment and going through changes and seasonal changes. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to like forming even better habits and more consistent habits and growing to love myself even more, because as for me during this pandemic, like I'm spending a lot of time at home, a lot of time to myself, like through the first winter of this, because I don't know how it's gonna go. Mm-hmm. And if you've been watching the TV, you know that a certain somebody just caught it. So a certain somebody just caught it. So where will I be? In the house. Okay? I don't know about the rest of you. You do what you do. I'm minding my business. And I hope you are too. Okay?
So I guess after talking about what we've been up to, we want to talk about our plans for this podcast and what you should be expecting from us and seeing on our platforms. So our posting days.
Oh, okay. So yes. So we have come up with a theme week where we do online posts and interactions with people, sometimes often catered to like what the theme of the day is. So we will go through what our themes are the day, like Monday through Sunday, what you can expect from us and what you can expect from us to talk about, and get to know us on a more personal level, and get to know you on a more personal level. And we will also, we are also live now in uploading podcasts, like as audio available on Apple, and we should be on Spotify soon because it's the same process.
Yes.
So we will be on Spotify soon, but we are on Apple Podcasts, so you can tune in and subscribe and look forward to listening to these podcasts if you are not watching our videos. So I will let Tess start with the first day of the week.
Okay, so with our theme day week, we start off, I guess the week starts off on Sunday, but we'll just say Monday, So Monday is Motivation Monday. You should be expecting us to have some type of like post and some type of story interaction on our IG. That's where we're very active, or at least where we're trying to be the most active, because we know that's where a lot of our followers and a lot of people are usually looking at, or a lot of people are usually on. So you should expect a Monday post called Motivational Monday.
And and then the day after that is
Tessa Tuesday. So that's me. You should be expecting something from me. Y'all, I don't post a lot on social media, so this has kind of been a struggle. But you should be expecting something about me. So something about my day, or something that I've accomplished, or something that I would like me and you to do together. So that's what Tuesdays are for, Texas Tuesdays.
And then we have Wellness Wednesdays. And Wellness Wednesdays are days where we're going to talk about how we are taking care of ourselves, and what that looks like, and how like our actions and our choices affect the wellness of others as well. Mm-hmm. Because it's important, and wellness is very holistic to me. So like mind, body, soul, like all of that is important, and how you take care of it. It's all connected. And so you'll look for a post about wellness and how we're taking care of ourselves, and any tips, tricks, or resources to help take care of yourself. That is what you can expect on Wellness Wednesdays.
And then we have Thoughtful Thursdays. For Thoughtful Thursday, you should be expecting some type of current event topic, or what's the word I'm looking for? Like a pop culture topic. So whatever's going on in the world.
Current events.
Yeah, we kind of want...
Teresa posted about voting.
Yes. And remember to vote, guys. We don't want the orange man back in office. But anyways, so Thoughtful Thursdays are going to be about the worldly events, like what's happening in the world, to kind of keep you and I catched up in whatever is happening. So feel free to comment on those posts and let me know what's happening in the world if I don't know, and we can both be letting each other know, be in the know together. What's the tea?
And then we have Feel Good Fridays. We know Feel Good Fridays is often a thing that's discussed in the wellness side of the internet, and we wanted to be a part of that group that celebrates feeling good and loving yourself and being blessed to see it and make it to Friday. And doing something to love yourself. Like we said, we promote self-care and self-wellness. So a lot of this stuff is about what you're doing for yourself. And it's not selfish if it is vital to your well-being. So we just want to promote, Thoughtful Thursday is, very thought-provoking. And, it's heavy. It's a lot to take in on Friday. It's okay to be I think I need a break from talking about this for a second and enjoy the other things in my life and celebrate those things. So Feel Good Friday is about, what can we celebrate in the world? What can we feel good about?
Right.
So, and then we have Sierra Saturdays. That's about me. And again, kind of the same thing as Tess was saying. So anything that I can share about my own life that I think is relatable, that I want to discuss with other people, get some insight, get some information, share information, grow, learn together, heal. Sometimes even post about maybe some tears that were had recently, what they pertain to, I a level of transparency, that even if you're not ready to share, I want you to know somebody out there is relating to you, and that you're not by yourself, and that your feelings are valid. So that's what I will be sharing on Sierra Saturdays. And all the good things about me too, the things I like to do, how I like to spend my time. So yeah.
And then Self-Care Sunday. I guess Self-Care Sunday will be either one of us sharing what we've done either in the week or just that Sunday itself to take care of ourselves. Sometimes that may be physical, sometimes that may be emotional, or just bettering ourselves in a certain way, I feel is very important. So Self-Care Sunday is just to showcase what we're doing and on that day or throughout the week to just take care of ourselves and focus on ourselves and just be selfish with our time and just be with yourself.
Yes. Being with yourself is okay.
Yes.
So yeah, so those are all of our theme days of the week. Of course, we will always share other resources and information from other wellness pages that we find useful or relatable to us or to you guys, because we just want to make sure that we're putting out positive content and helpful content. And we know that we're always willing to learn. That's why we're here too, to learn about ourselves and to learn about other people, to be better people. So yes, that is all of our themes for our weekly posts.
Okay. So how are we keeping our energy purposeful? That's a hard question. I looked at that question last night and I was kind of I don't know what I'm going to say. I think I'm just being me. I know that's very cliche to say, but I think one of the most important things in my life, or one of the most toxic traits that I have, is I'm looking for validation from others and the people around me, and always looking to please people and make other people happy. So in this season of my life, I am trying to focus on me and focus on what makes me happy. What does Tessa want to do? What makes Tessa happy? And why are you making these decisions? Are you making these decisions based off of your own liking, or are you doing this because you think other people would want you to do this? And that's been I guess like my number one goal is like just doing things that make me happy and not caring what the world thinks. And I feel like that's very hard in our social media day and age, because everyone looks for like validation on the internet. Like it's like these likes and these comments are making me happy, or having X amount of followers is making me happy, when in reality it's really not. Like at the end of the day, your self-confidence is being controlled by people on the outside that don't even know you, because social media is meant to show the best parts of you. It's not meant to show the struggle. And there are some people on social media that do show the struggle, but most people don't want to pay attention to that. Like, you want to look at the Instagram model, that baddie, or
doing well, like things that motivate you.
Right, is what you want to look at. But if, like, I think the world is starting to forget what real life is like. And yeah, we do have our ups, but there are also downs. And it's important to accept that, love that, and grow from it. So I think that's been really important to me within, I think, every part of my life. Like, I think even, like, comparing it to my goals for even going to the gym, because at first I was going to the gym because I wanted a small waist and a big booty and blah, blah, blah. But then I realized, like, one, that might not be my body composition. So love your body the way that it freaking is. And then two, that's not the reason to be healthy. The reason to be healthy is to be healthy, to treat your body the right way. And whether you're a size 2 or a size 12 or a size 22, you're beautiful. So, yeah, I think like keeping my energy purposeful is learning to love myself. And that's what I'm really working on.
Yay. Proud of you, Teresa.
Thank you.
Yes, I need to tell you guys why I'm proud of Teresa. We're going to talk about Teresa for a second. I'm proud of Teresa because if you know Teresa, you know that she's a very selfless person. Like, she goes out of her way to do for other people. Even now, she still does for other people, or finds a way to do for other people. And so for her to just take a moment, and like, we had a real conversation on the phone yesterday about how she's like, I don't want to talk to anybody right now. Like, I'm like, that's okay. Like, if that means that you're taking care of yourself, you don't owe anybody an explanation. You don't owe anybody an apology. Like, that time is precious to you. And like, I just love that she is learning to, appreciate that, because she still gives so much of herself. So, to give some of her time back to herself, I love that for Tess.
Thank you.
So yes. And then keeping my energy purposeful. Well, I was keeping my energy purposeful by forming new habits, like keeping my budget, watching my food consumption, doing like 13 to 16,000 steps a day. Like, with my new job, like, I can get out, go on walks, go to the park, get outside, keep moving.
Good.
The weather is beautiful. Yes, Teresa. And then, people, I sprained my ankle falling down a hill. If you know me, I'm clumsy. But I really rarely get hurt. But that was the track that I was on. And so we're getting back on this track. It's not stopping. I'm keeping it moving. Still, like, our goal for this month is to, cook like 95% of all of our meals from home, like whatever we're consuming from the grocery store. Mm-hmm. Because after keeping track of my September budget, like, honestly, we need to have a discussion And that discussion is that I'm a single individual. And it's not how much food I'm getting, it's where I'm getting it from. And the amount of money that I spent on food is ridiculous. I got this new job. I don't know who I think I am. Want to be bougie. And while I do eat out to save time because of the hours that I'm working in my new job, and like as a reward to myself, I'm like, you know what? I don't have to cook. I don't want to. But I feel better when I cook from home, and the food that I cook from home, like that's something I have noticed. So now we have set a new budget financially for my food budget that is 100% attainable. And I'm excited to cook meals. Been watching a lot of YouTube videos to try new things and motivate myself and cook. So that's how I'm keeping my energy purposeful, forming good habits to put back into myself. And, making good choices, because I can only control my choices. Mm-hmm. So I'm choosing to, do more research about, the politics in our environment and in the world we live in today, and interact more with people online to understand perspectives and to educate myself on other things that are going on in the world that don't necessarily relate to me, but, there's other people being affected by them. So I've been trying to do, good things for myself. So my ankle should be good by Monday. It's Saturday when we're filming this. And I think that we're just going to keep on this journey. I'm excited. Teresa and I grow really close in the wintertime. So, we really know, we need each other during this time. Things get hectic and you just want somebody to be around that's going to be everything's going to be okay. Mm-hmm. So, that's how I'm keeping my energy purposeful. Like I said, staying healthy, temp checks every day, selective locations, all the precautions I can take. Still Lysol in it, still hand sanitizer and hand washing it. Love that for my Apple Watch. I love the little 20-30 second thing. I think it's so cute with the little bubbles.
It's cute.
It has little bubbles. So yeah, that is what I am doing for myself. So that's how we're keeping our energy purposeful. We'll post some tips or tricks. Because somebody asked me the other day, how was I budgeting? And I told them I use Mint. And I also use the Gmail spreadsheet to make a budget, because I feel like Mint doesn't necessarily keep track of all of my transactions how I want to see them.
Right.
So
how do you use a spreadsheet?
With the formulas, to calculate it.
Oh, so do you have to input?
I input it, but if you have transactions from more than one card, I was I want to see all of it. Even if I'm making a payment to my credit card and then I spend the money on the credit card, I know I looked at it, and that is when we had to have a heart-to-heart with ourselves, okay, people? Because I was oh no, because you lose track, and sometimes of where it's all going, and fees for over the phone payments, and because I was going through a big financial transition from out of one job to another job, how you have that layover time. So we were going through it, but we made it through, and now I'm on a strong budget. I just paid off another one of my loans. People. We're trying, okay? This is the year to just keep trying. No matter what happens, we're going to keep trying, because it's going to get harder out here before it gets better. And we just want to let you guys know, we understand, and we're going to support you guys through this. So,
all right, guys. So that's basically it for today's podcast. You learned what we've been up to, how we're keeping our energy purposeful, and what we have coming for this podcast. on our next podcast, you should be expecting us to be talking about Black Lives Matter, Black men and Black women, and the support of the Black community in general. So, that's what you should be seeing from us next.
And yeah, so if you're feeling the vibe, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. For all business inquiries, we have a Gmail account down below. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Instagram is Purposeful Energy. Our Twitter is Purposeful Energy without the Y, so energy, like the letter G. And we look forward to discussing more things about being better people with you guys. And remember, keep your energy and your soul purposeful.
Yes.
Take care of yourself. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye.